They're real slippery with the gel, so the guys were struggling to open them. So now we have scissors to cut everything open and stuff like that. So if you guys ever came to a 911 for us, at least you see this and maybe you could help out. Yeah, every truck has a burn kit.
Right there.
Is it marked on the truck where it is?
Yep. So right on the till, I have an AED and a burn kit, and there's stickers right there, so you can just hop right up, grab that. So yeah, another thing that you guys probably run into a lot: tree comes down, rips the wire off a house. I know I've pulled up a lot, and the police or whatever, they're like, "Oh, I cut the phone line." That's something that I wouldn't even do without my gloves on. So if you see wires in the ground, just call us. Don't try to move them out of the road. You don't know if they're energized. The wire could be down on the ground, still energized. That cutout could be up, down 4 poles away. You don't know. So we got to make sure we test the wire before we touch it. Use all the PPE that we're given. So just want to touch on that. Even a phone loop, I'm not touching without my gloves on. So we all set? All right.
I'll do it less. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the generator fuse is blowing when I do it that many times. So we're just going to do it like once or twice on everything, and we'll keep going until it blows or doesn't blow.
So the next one we're going to demonstrate, perfect for you guys, the aluminum ladder with the primary wires.
No. Boom first, and then hot dog.
Oh, sorry. So this next one we're going to demonstrate is, like I said, with the wires in the ground. They can be energized. There's step potential, so that wire, which is in the box right there, that's our demonstration, but that wire could be right here at 7,000 volts. Over here, you don't have to step on it. It's still going to hit you with 4,000 volts. Over here, it might be 3,000, so on. So you don't even get close to them. We're going to demonstrate what happens. Your body's grounded, and you're going to be stepping on a live wire. That's this next demonstration. Yeah. So picture you're grounded, you lift your foot up to walk. They do tell you to shimmy if you came into that situation. But this next scenario, we have a fence over here, chain link fence. You could have a wire down in the woods, a fence running through the woods. You just go to lean on that fence. Anytime there's a storm conditions, anything like that, you know there's trees down. We're going to demonstrate the hot dog on the fence here. You want to close that lid, John? I guess you don't have to. And that'll be energized at the full voltage. So once we do the ladder and you guys get to see that, then we'll draw some more arcs, but I don't want to ruin the presentation. So that box and that fence have been energized. We're going to take that hotline clamp and we're going to put it down to the neutral. So now that box is going to be grounded. The primary is going to be energized, and we'll show you what happens when a contractor or a fire ladder gets too close to that primary there. And it's 10 feet is non-trained personnel. You guys have any questions in the meantime? All of our tools, that's a hot stick, and we have switch sticks. All of our tools are tested every 6 months, and they're all rated for hot sticking the voltage that we work on. you want to give him a hand with the ladder? Getting on the shotgun.
I didn't think it was going to draw an arc like that. I thought it was just going to burn up.
Create that ladder one now, and then what do you think, John? You want to do it a few times if that fuse doesn't blow?
Yeah.
And then we can run through it again if you guys want and answer questions. Yep.
Refuse it, turn it off. No, it's a circuit.
Got a hot stick? They're in the tube over there
That's what's supposed to happen.
with the squirrel.
It's a fuse. Yeah, just like the squirrel. That's what's supposed to happen. Okay. But even in real life, sometimes it doesn't blow. Something will happen and everything's just fine with the fuse.
Yeah, so when the wire hits the ground, might be in grass or something, it's not picking up enough fault current to blow. So that's why you'll see the grass all burnt up down, you know. I've seen pictures of deer in a field. It landed on the deer and then burns right through, so. Sometimes it takes a lot for that fuse to pop.
I don't know. No, he's got one right there.
Is there one that you guys want to see more of, or want to keep doing the ladder, or cook a couple more hot dogs, whatever you want to do? All right, we'll hit the ladder a few more times. Get up there, buddy. All right, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, but that's pretty much the demonstration we brought to you today. Just a reminder, down wires, any of our equipment, the pad mount transformers, stuff like that.
Capacitor bank too, right? It's pretty dangerous.
Yep, capacitor banks are very dangerous. There was one right outside the fire station that we were working on for a while. Kept blowing. We're upgrading our system with a lot of smart equipment now, so it can actually talk to control and other devices. So depending on the time of the day and what's that?
You'll kind of know before somebody even calls.
Yep. They're coming out with all new smart meters now too, so we'll know if your address has power and yours doesn't before you call us. But that's that's in the works.
You guys see any issues with the solar, as far as solar, residential solar?
There's the Tesla batteries that they put in the garages.
Yep.
There's been those have been backfeeding. Depends on who, you know, the installer. They obviously people make mistakes, but not so much issues. That's probably why they're upgrading all the equipment, because the solar's putting so much on our lines. We have to regulate it. High voltage, low voltage, stuff like that. Different times of day, everything changes. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Top wires are powered by a substation from the big transmission lines. here to generate what we do, it's backfed. So the transformer takes the primary voltage, which in this scenario would be like 7,900, and it dumbs it down to your 120 that goes into your house. Here we're generating power from the generator, backfeeding it through the can, which is making the power here. It's supposed to be 79, but it's more. We tested it yesterday or Saturday. It was more like 7 grams.
Still 7,000 volts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that arc, that's like 11,000 degrees.
And that's another point. If you have the generators on your house, it's not hooked up correctly, that could be backfeeding that transformer. That wire could be down on the ground 3 poles away.
Right.
Some guy, that's why we're always taught listen for generators on storms, even though the whole neighborhood's out. If someone has a generator, you never think it's dead until you test it. De-energized.
Because what can happen is just like what you got here. There's 2 cutouts. There's one here and there's one there. If the source is coming from that way and a tree knocks a wire down there, it might knock that door open there, but it's not going to knock this one out. So your generator is coming through here through this transformer, and it could still be eating up all this stuff on us.
Yeah, one house not hooked up right could be powering a whole neighborhood. This generator might be a little, might stall.
Man, that's why storm.
But it
storm
storms.
work, it doesn't matter if everybody is out of power. We still have to wear gloves and sleeves. You just don't know. Distance. So we call it minimum approach distance, MAD. For us, it's 2'3" is usually the minimum. 2'2", 2'3", depending on what book you look at. Just stay away from it as best you can.
But that's
10
also
foot. Is it 10 foot for contractors and?
Yeah, anybody else, you just want to stay away.
yeah, houses should be 10 feet away. Contractors at least 10 feet away.
What's
So we find them. We had the kid in Fall River, got the aluminum gutter into the primary. We had a kid on Merchant Street probably about 5 years ago, aluminum ladder into the primary, where his sneakers were melted to the sidewalk. Yeah, he didn't.
Weather will affect it too. Like this is a beautiful day, no moisture. I had to put the ladder on the wire. It happens to us in there. If it's raining or even misty, we have our tools like kind of in front of us in the bucket, and you could be working on the wire, and if you just lean against the tools, you'll stop feeling it in the tool. So like here, I had to touch the ladder on the wire. It might not be like that depending on the weather.
And voltage too. So that's one wire, 7,000. 2 of them get together. That's a 13,000 flash. That's twice the arc and twice the amperage.
The minimum approach to 2'3" for us is if we're gonna be anywhere near that, we have to put this rubber cover up on it. So if we went up to do that house service and the primary is 6 feet above us, we're good. We stay here, we work. But if we have to get up in there and do any type of work, we rubber everything up. And our bucket liners are insulated. We have all of our PPE on. These are good up to 15,000 volts. And the sleeves are actually incidental contact. So if we did turn around the bucket, we bump. So now we have the rubber and the sleeves, but you're really not supposed to be touching anything that's not with your hands and the tools in your hands. So this is that, like Bonesy said here, 79 together, they're 13,000 volts. They hang up there this close to each other because of the insulation. But we have some stuff in the city that it's old, it's gray, and it's all cracked. There's rings everywhere. So we are super cautious with that stuff. Even just brand new wire, it's insulated. We take our time, we cover up everything. We get these out of the way so we can put full line hose on there. And this is at the top of the pole, it's bonded to everything. So this is a ground. It's this close to 7,000 volts. So
Never treat any of that stuff as it's insulated because it's not.
and even something stupid like people in the city steal the down grounds on the poles because it's copper. All of our equipment needs to be grounded. We have down grounds at each location.
You drive around the city of Fall River just replacing grounds for a week. People take them.
I wouldn't even touch it, any of that stuff. I remember as a kid we would sit on the transformers in the underground neighborhoods, the big green boxes. We had no idea it was freaking primary inside of that thing. So it's crazy. But it's good to get out and teach you guys a little bit.
Absolutely.
Can I look in the bag?
Yeah,
Check it bag.
I think we could open this.
And one thing about the electrical burnings, I know you guys know how to.
See on that?
For us,
Yeah, it's just,
you never know. Like if you walk up to one of those green boxes, like he's talking about, somebody might have been like on all fours, looking down at it, and that's when they got burnt up. You won't know. Electricity wants to take the path to the ground that's least resistant. So you might have you know both feet on there, your knees and your hands, and it might only pick one thing to exit through. So when you come up on somebody you know they're a burn victim, for us you might not see where it came out right away because it's even though they were laying down on it, maybe you still don't know where it came out. You got to kind of check them.
and these are basically just a smaller version of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big
Just
one
for a
the
smaller
torso.
area, for a
Everyone-
hand or
everyone
versus
has
a
a-
full body.
Look at the face stretching.
And you got saline in it for eyes, flash.
The guy that used it on, they said it worked really well.
Yeah, it does. It's basically, when you get burned, it's still burning until you cool it. So that's why this worked better than the area that didn't get covered.
Right.
Because you're still burnt, even though it's not on fire,
Yeah,
that area is still burning
Yep.
until you cool it and put the gel on it. That's why the burns recovered
Yeah.
better with this than
It was a big thing though. They came out. Every single truck we have
Yeah.
backups of those backpack burn kits.
Cool.
This should be able to cover most of
The
it.
quicker you put it, the less burn it
Yeah.
is, the less depth of the burn. Essentially, that's why it works.
That's a lightning arrest that did its job.
Yeah, lightning struck and blew that thing to pieces. But that saves the wire or the equipment. Every transformer has a lightning arrestor on them.
Lightning arrest is a whole lot.
On the platform one. Platform one, for a medical assistant.
Usually we
That one blew through somebody's book?
Yeah, if you have a pinhole,
You have a little hole. in your
That's
glove,
just enough,
it'll
just a
It'll
pinhole.
go
Yeah.
straight to
All
your
you need is a pinhole.
burn you all up.
so we
Lose your finger.
those
lose
get
your hand,
dielectrically
arm.
tested every 3 months. They send us new ones and we replace them.
Yeah,
And,
we test them every
buckets.
morning. We
this one
do
was
the air
pretty
test, make sure
Make sure
there's
no
no
leaks, yeah.
Or if we get our finger pinched in the bucket, we come down and check it.
yeah.
We got spares.
What's your protocol if somebody's like on a fence and they're getting cooked? Like, can you just throw a glove on and grab them, or I mean,
Kinda just have to-
is that kind of the situational
Probably just open the
dictates?
cutout.
Yeah. When it,
De-energize.
Because you got
car accidents and stuff?
step potential, you know, so you don't want to walk up to them because you could get zapped.
Just enough.
Yeah.
that happened. One guy was touching the truck. The truck became energized. The other guy went to pull him off, and he got whacked too.
Yeah, like if a line falls on top of a car in a car accident, like you guys don't run up to the car because they could be going straight through. All the tires are going to be melted probably
it's
by
gonna
the
be on
time
the
you guys
rim.
get there.
Our control center is getting better with like MVAs and stuff
Know
like
where to
that.
find you guys early. Yeah.
If we're like, hey, this car is entrapped, like we got to dump it. They'll kill it. We test it, and then we get to work. Test everything before we step near it.
That's really it.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you.